So Arsenal 2, 10 men Fulham 2, starting 11, mad. First minute, mad. Substitutions, mad. Get the lead, and then mad. Kenny, I hope you're not soaking wet because it started off a nice sunny day in North London, and then it was peeing down with rain. What did you make of that, mate?
Well, first and foremost, we're covering the stadium, so we're fine anyway. So,
you're in that nice little block where you have the overlap.
Yeah. So I've got the overlap in the stadium. But first and foremost, had it not been for like the penalty and the goal when Fulham were waiting for a free kick, waiting for us to kick the ball out, Fulham were comfortable. Fully deserved their point overall. Every time in midfield, they had the extra man. I thought Paulinho was brilliant in the midfield. Yeah. I thought defensively, their shape was fantastic. And on the counter-attack, I thought, Pereira was fantastic. He scored a goal in the first minute. And then, once more, those mistakes that we made towards the end of the last season, we're just a bit careless. But I think that the formation of playing Partey at right back, trying to accommodate Havertz in the team, and also and then playing White in the centre half, it just doesn't work. It made it very, very easy for Fulham. Havertz wasn't in the game, especially from an attacking point of view. He had some good passes, a little bit. Even Odegaard struggled today as well with his passing. Fulham were making a lot of interceptions. They marked Saka out of the game in the first half, and it took for, and I have to say, fair's fair. We always admonish Nketiah and say we always want Trossard on the team. But I thought Trossard fluffed his lines today. He struggled a bit.
Sorry to cut you off here, but do you think that was worthy of being hooked at half time? Because would he do that to other players?
Oh, you wouldn't do it to other players. You certainly wouldn't do it to Martinelli. You certainly wouldn't do it to Saka. But I think the situation was that he was getting a bit desperate, and the game was
because Eddie came on and scored.
Yeah, but the game was running away from us anyway. And I think he probably pissed off his manager when he tried to do that little flick, and it led to a counter attack. So I've seen managers do worse to their players when they do things like that. And we have to say that the play of the match wasn't actually the players that started. Odegaard was terrible today. Let's just cut the banter out and cut the sort of favoritism that Odegaard gets. I thought he was actually terrible today. Like I said, he was rightly hooked. The player that actually changed the game for us was Fabio Vieira. He was involved in the penalty, ran the penalty when he got fouled in the area, and also he put that cross in for Eddie. And he could have got the winner in the 100th minute when Leno made that save. But the biggest elephant in the room is we're becoming careless again. We're not learning from our mistakes, and that formation, he's got to make a decision on every aspect. A lot of people around me were blaming Ramsdale for the goal. Personally, I think that he's been told to sort of gamble, told to be like the 12th player on the pitch. So we're gonna have to just wear it and risk the fact that our goalkeepers are going to be lobbed.
Put Benny Hill music over that whole scenario. Havertz in the ball in, Saka panicking, playing him in, and then the goalkeeper running this way, and then listen, fair play to the guy who scored Pereira. And I said this on the watch along. That was so reminiscent of Frank Hudrew against Jens Lehmann. It was exactly apart from the past.
It was 100%, but it's one of those things where, again, from the kickoff, we're asleep. People taking too much time on the ball.
Why is that, Kenny? How many times we can, especially at home, do we concede goals in the first minute?
I think conceding chances in the first minute is just as criminal as conceding a goal. Chances, because it's the whole demeanour. We're patting ourselves on the back because we managed to seal Crystal Palace with 10 men, and then we've become very, very very, very complacent. And I've got no problem saying that. In terms of the way that we've been playing for quite a while. Complacency kills, and eventually it's going to bite us up the back. It's going to bite us at the back of the arse, and it could cost us in the long run. At the moment, it's a third game in, but the manager has to take responsibility for this. We've been saying as fans since we're blue in the face, the formation, especially ripping up the defensive partnership, isn't working. We're becoming easy to play with. If we're not dominating possession, and like I said, we're not getting our passes in and getting our forwards into positions where they can hurt the our opponents. Then what will happen is that if we lose the ball, then what will happen is Havertz is not a kind of player. He's going to win the ball back. Declan Rice is going to have to do 2 or 3 people's jobs. Odegaard's going to have to stay out of attacking position. So Saka. And then what will happen is that from the counter attack, Fulham will use their players. All it takes is for someone like Jimenez to just be a presence, not actually hold the ball up, be a presence, and it just get the runs off. Like Kobe Reed made the great runs, and so did Pereira. And it's one of those things where it took for Arteta to change it. But again, it's reactive. It's not proactive. Just like Nottingham Forest, it was reactive. Just like Crystal Palace, when we went down to 10 men, reactive. He's got to be very proactive because Dave, he's not proactive. We're not going to win matches. Simple. It's not going to work. When is that man going to learn? Because if he keeps on tinkering, we're going to get a situation where Man City are going to win their games. They're going to get a healthy enough lead, and then we're going to be looking for snookers. We want this for us to win the league. We need Man City look snookers. And they got the snookers last year, but I don't think we're that kind of team.
Yeah, but why is he, Kenny? Why has he gone away? Like last season, we won 9 out of our first 10. We were playing sick football. I understand that he wants to be a bit more, like not gung ho. I get that because you see Pep win the Champions League and the treble last season by having 4 centre halves in defence. Yeah, but stop copying Pep. Find a way yourself. What was working for us for 93% of the season?
Yeah,
and you've added your additions to that squad. One's injured, of course, but why have we gone so weird and far away from what we did last season that he's shoehorning players out of position? Yeah, and now we look like we've got no cohesion. Yeah. There's no chemistry because everyone's like, oh, well, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Yeah, and it looks like they're all lost. Why has he done that?
Well, again, we know why he's done it. It's in order to accommodate players into the team. It's to accommodate Declan Rice into his favourite position where he's been exemplary for West Ham, and it's also to accommodate Havertz. It's simple as that, and that's the thing. I still think that Benjamin White is part of that pattern where he feels like he has to keep him in the team because he likes the fact that he makes good runs from in terms from a defensive area, and he is a good passer to the football. So that's one of the reasons why. And to be honest, I thought Declan struggled as well because I thought Polina. I thought Polina had the metal over him. I thought Polina was definitely like a better player.
Mate, their midfield dominated. Yeah, they were doing
definitely
tricks and tricks. In the first half, especially. Yeah, they would literally every time they countered, it was 2-on-2, 3-on-3. Jimenez nearly scored the goal of the month. On another day, we lose that game, and Ola said on the watch along when they went down to 10 men, he said, "Watch them get better now." How do we know this?
But the thing about 10 men are very, very difficult to break down as opposed to 11 because simple reasons. With 10 men, you know full well what your job is. You know that you've got to mark certain areas. You've got to make sure the ball doesn't get in the box. There's no clear-cut chances, and you're going to have to make sensible tackles. Your goalkeeper's got to come for every ball. So it's an easy job. You kind of play like devil's advocate or football scenarios where in training you do practice with 10 men. So teams that go to 10 men are going to be very well drilled. But the situation is that it was like a coaching masterpiece to bring on Traore because look what happens. They said run at the defenders. Not even Saliba could come out of him. It was only when he was Saliba took him out of the danger area where he ran out of an angle to get a shot in, but he still forced a save from Ramsdale.
Zinchenko from Adama as well.
And
he's a problem when he comes on because he's big, he's strong, and he's quick. So he's going to get you on the back foot.
His pace is exemplary.
And then the save from Ramsdale, like fair play, because I think it was Saliba kept up with him, kind of, but he still got the shot away. And on another day, that goes in the back of the net, and we lose the game to 10 men. It's like, we got Man United next. Hoyland will be available.
Definitely, he's going to be available. He's going to pose better problems, but again, his lineup is going to be for a test. He's got to make decisions for the betterment of our club going long term because we're going to get into the match. We're going to get in the Champions League group stages. Also, we got like the League Cup as well. He's got to make some decisions. Is he still happy with Ramsdale number one? Is he going to accommodate, keep on accommodating Havertz to the team, or is he going to just leave it as is and just say, look, Thomas, you're my second choice number 6. You're going to have to be on the bench because this is my first choice for this field. He's got to make those decisions. And that's what he's paid to do. But when he's dithering like that and then reacting to mistakes that every time making because of his team selection, then it's not going to help us in the long run because we can't keep on coming back from adversity, especially the first 3 games. I know people say, well, we didn't lose the game. We got 7 out of 9. Brilliant. But the fact is, when we challenged the title, and I use that word loosely because we bottled it towards it from April onwards, we won consecutive games. And even when we lost to Man United in the first week of September, we won on a run when we won consecutive games until we drew against Southampton. And then we started winning consecutive games. And then it was a Newcastle game. So we have gone on runs where we've won consecutive games. And that's what gets you in a title challenge. Unfortunately for us, it's a points drop. But let's just say, if we use the eye test, and I'm very big on eye tests, we didn't deserve it today. We didn't deserve it. Let's be honest.
100%. Listen, Kenny, get home safely, mate. The sun's shining again. Yeah, and shame it weren't shining on Arsenal today with their performance. But listen, love you bits, mate. Get home safe.
Love you too, mate. And you're fantastic.
Fight tonight, yeah.
Well, I don't know, mate. Everyone thinks Dubois is going to be.
Dubois getting pammed. Let's be real. I like him. He's a good boxer, but Usyk's too good, mate.
Fair enough. I have to bow to that because I can't disagree with what you just said, mate.
Listen, get home safely, mate. Love you to bits.
Love you too. Peace out. Bye.